Hi, this is Dan Collins, editor at MoneyShow.com, coming to you live from Traders Expo, New York. I'm joined by Mike Rulle from MSR Indexes. Mike, a couple of years ago, you created the MSR Investable Index platform. Talk about what's involved with that.
Yes, we have a number of CTAs that use our platform. We also have S&P, Dow Jones, also use our platform with regard to risk parity indices, so it's something that we've been active in. What is the investable index platform? It's a liquid alternative to investing directly with CTAs, hedge fund managers, or even long-only managers. And you can, in fact, right now, I'll just tell you, go to MSRindices.com. You can actually download the entire software. There are literally unlimited number of combinations of strategies you can put together. But the essence of our platform is that we use defined risk premia buckets, which we can combine in a number of different ways in order for investors to create strategies that either look like other strategies they may want to have. In fact, I'm presenting later about just a long-only strategy that we believe is, can outperform traditional long-only strategies, or any other type of strategy that one may want to come up with their own or others.
They can create their own strategy on this, which is great. But they can also look at another CTA and
have the ability to
replicate this.
We have replicating tools. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. We have replicating tools. You can download XYZ, I'm not going to name names, you can download famous name number one, and you can find out which of our pre-made strategies, let alone combined strategies, which of our pre-made strategies correlate best with that. And we charge, we license, we are a licensed CTA, so we can trade and manage these for customers, but we also are willing to just license the index for a licensing fee.
Yeah, and that's just a tremendous software that you kind of created, that it just kind of pulls your different strategies in a certain proportion to match as close as to these other products as possible.
And it's amazing. You can, whether it's hedge fund equity indices or macro indices or trend following indices and lots of other indices.
And which is really important, because if you're an investor, obviously everyone wants absolute return, but you're looking for an exposure, so you can say, this is the exposure that I want.
Dan should work for me because he's saying the right things. That is the key. This platform was biased toward creating exposures, the ability for investors to create exposures that diversify what's most readily available out of the marketplace. That is one of the defining characteristics of what the platform does. It does all the things generically that have been mentioned, but the key is it's really been designed to be a diversifying addition to what, or outperforming addition, but diversifying addition to what managers could otherwise do.
And it does it for somewhere between 100 and 300 basis points instead of 2 and 20?
Or it could be even lower than that. It depends the situation. So that's always negotiable, and we know that we're just working with somebody right now who has just decided to use another guy has decided to use our portfolio. They just designed their own strategy with our help that they just wanted to use.
And you can design a strategy much more easily when you can say, okay, I want some of this, I want some of this, I want some of this.
It's very well defined. The components, the buckets, I call them the buckets of return, are very well defined. It takes it takes a day or two to get used to feeling comfortable with the software. The software is just a tool. It's a vehicle. But the bottom line is these are investable things. They're not just numbers on the sheet. These are investable items.
All right, Mike, great to have you with us.
Pleasure, thank you.
This has been Dan Collins coming to you live from Traders Expo, New York.